Hi everybody. So in this video I'm going to talk about three things that weaken the spirit. Okay, this is not to shame or to, you guys not don't do that, or to make anybody feel guilty or whatever. I'm just presenting data, and whatever you choose to do with that data is up to you. Okay, three things that weaken the spirit. Okay, the first one is sex. You already know this, but how does sex weaken the spirit? Okay, you gotta understand that a human being has, not every human being, but a true human being carries within them a life, their spirit, a life force, right? And so the force of that spirit is what, because you gotta understand that human beings are humans because they are in the process of growth and expansion and evolution, right? So they all carry spirit within their bodies. The spirit is life force, and that spirit is energy. So when you, I'm not even going to talk about having sex with the wrong person here. I'm going to talk about when you ejaculate or have an orgasm, you pour out your life force. And so if you're the type of person who has sex a lot, right, and you do not retain any of that life force or any of that energy actually was meant to help you rise above your lower nature. Okay, that energy was meant to help you, you know rise above your lower nature so you can become a higher uh, consciousness being. But when you ejaculate so much, you pour out that life force and you don't use that energy for that reason, so your spirit is not strong, your spirit becomes weak. How am I going to give this as, how am I going to use um like, let's say for your car, for instance. Okay, when your gas tank is full, your car will drive, and then as you utilize the gas in your car, the energy depletes. If you don't top it up, it goes to red and your car stops. Same thing. Okay, so the thing about it is, when you have so much sex, right, and when you have sex with the wrong things or the wrong person, and you contaminate your spirit, not only are you ejaculating, you are also poisoning your spirit. So what happens when your spirit is weak? I'm gonna tell you a lot of people are not going to be able to rise. They don't have the spiritual strength. It takes a lot of spiritual strength to rise above the lower animal nature. It takes a lot of spiritual strength to conquer the flesh. It takes a lot of strength to do that. So a lot of people who will not be able to rise above and conquer their animal nature will succumb to a lower spirit instead of rising to meet Christ. They can't conquer their animal nature because they lack the spiritual strength. It takes a lot of spiritual strength to subject the body. It takes a lot of spiritual strength to conquer the body. Without that, you are not going to be able to rise. You all take your fraternization somewhere else. Thank you. It takes a lot of spiritual strength to be able to conquer the body, to be able to take your sexual, please ignore these birds, to be able to take your sexual impulses and purify it, to be able to not be controlled by your body. You have to be strong spiritually to be able to do that. How are you going to exert the force if you spend your time ejaculating? Waste spiritual energy ejaculating. That's why they started, what is going on right now began years ago. Years ago, when they were in the 60s, 40s, 30s, when they started making sex symbols and making sex normal, make love no war, and you all thought it was about progress. It was about weakening the human all that time. And we've gone downhill from there. So a lot of people are not able to rise because they lack the spiritual strength. The other thing about spiritual strength is, how do you fuel your body if you don't have strong spiritual strength? How do you give energy to this body? How do you heal your body if your spirit is not strong? What powers your body? Your spirit, right? So how do you heal your body? How can your spirit be weak? What's going to happen to the body? Weaker. Okay, so I'm sure you get the point. Hope, Mama, what's up? Okay, so the next one is, this is going to throw some people off, but I'm going to tell you all the truth. Okay, the next one is meat. Meat. Okay, why is meat harmful to you spiritual? Now, this is not Mona saying don't eat meat. This is Mona presenting fact. Okay, so when you eat meat, okay, I have to explain this. Animals and humans share their astral nature. In other words, on this realm, the animal has their body, their etheric body, and the astral body on this realm. Their spirit body is in the one after us. The human being has the physical body, etheric body, astral body, and spirit here. The plant only has the physical body and the etheric body here. The astral body is the one next to us, and the spiritual body is in the other one after that. Right? So the animal protein, right, is in line with the astral nature of the human being, right? So a human being that wants to purify their astral nature does not imbibe meat, because when you imbibe meat, the meat supplies your body the protein that it needs, but your body can produce that protein by itself. Forget what science tells you. If you look at cows that eat meat, they don't eat meat, they make protein, right? They make flesh. So if the cows that you're eating for meat can make flesh, that tells you that you have the ability to synthesize your own protein. But when you eat meat, your spirit does not need to do that, because you're already giving it to the body. Then your spirit not only becomes weak, but your spirit also imbibes the astral nature of the animal. And it has to work hard to get that nature off of it. So instead of now using your energy to nourish your body and to energize your spirit, your astral body is using that energy to fight off the animal nature that you've imbibed by meat. That's why a lot of very, very spiritual people who understand spiritual principles, they don't eat meat. They are vegan, because the human being has a symbiotic relationship with the plants. The plants will breathe that oxygen, or we breathe in oxygen that the plants make. Okay, we breathe out carbon dioxide that the plants need. So we have a symbiotic relationship with the plants. The plants do not affect our astral body. Okay, because the plant does not have an astral body here. It has the physical plant and the etheric body. So the plant is more beneficial to the human than animal. Eating animal protein actually weakens your spirit, because your spirit needs to exercise itself, and part of that exercise is producing for your body what your body needs based on what you give it. A lot of people say human beings need 40 grams of protein. I hear all that mess you're talking about. The cow you just killed for meat does not eat meat. So there's a flaw in your logic. But anyway, now remember, this is Mona giving facts. The third one that I wanted to talk about is food. Food. If you feed your body poison, right, the spirit cannot live in a poison environment. So you slowly die. Slow death means that your body slowly becomes sick, starts to decay on top of you, and eventually becomes uninhabitable for the spirit, and the spirit will have to vacate it. Does this make sense? So this is not about me. Anybody that knows me knows, I've been vegan for years, and all this information that I'm giving you now, I didn't know at the time when I became vegan. I just became vegan because in my spirit I felt it was what I'm there to do. So all these things put together weakens your spirit. If you do not have a strong spirit, there's no way you can do the things that we need to do in this body. You just